guys, welcome back to the channel and the Halloween series of easy DIY costumes. Today we are doing a vampire. As you guys can see, a little sneak peek we're doing today just because I have already completed it. And this is filming backwards. But we spent little to no money on this. This is a low budget, easy DIY costume idea for you for Halloween. We just used basic makeup that we had at home, a Halloween palette from the grocery store, and a little bit of fake blood. And we already owned all of our clothes. Well guys, if you were excited for this video and you love vampires like I do, give it a big old thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button down below and join the pack. All right guys, let's go. Okay, so for the vampire makeup, you can do a whole bunch of different things. You can be the scary horror vampire. You could do Dracula with like the white face, the pointed ears. You could do a Twilight vampire, or just kind of like a supernatural, kind of like sexy vibe. We're gonna go with the more supernatural vibe where they look relatively human. It's like a cross between Twilight and the scary supernatural ones. So they look fairly human, but they're also like very alluring, very sexy. So we're gonna start with that. I have this white cream makeup from a Halloween kit. We're gonna give that a try first and see kind of how this comes out. We'll test it on the skin first. If it doesn't do well, I'm gonna go for a really pale foundation. First things first, let's get this hair out of the way. Hair's up, hair's out of the way. I need a sponge. I have these little round sponges. You can get them at the grocery store. They just come in a big pack like this, just round foundation sponges. Or you can use your own beauty sponge. This cream though is gonna kind of ruin it unless you wanna clean it. So I'm just gonna use a disposable, easy sponge. I'm definitely noticing this cream. It's very thick coming out of the bottle and it does not spread very easily. So if you want that white vampire look, I recommend getting one of these palettes instead, just because I think it'll spread a lot easier. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the pale foundation, possibly. This guy is not pretty. Let's see if I have a brush. Okay, we're gonna try this guy. Right, this here is more similar for like the white Dracula. So I'm gonna blend this out a little bit more. And if you're doing that full vampire look, don't forget to go down the chin and the neck and fade. So the cream makeup is definitely not for me. It will get the job done if you want that thick white face, but I don't. I just want it to be very pale, like a vampire. So I'm actually gonna go back to this foundation stick that I got. It is a soft blending foundation stick. Another trick you can do is baby powder to the face. However, that is a temporary look and it fades very quickly. This looks a lot whiter on camera than it does in real life, I promise. Once you got your face white as you want it, this is a little too white for me, especially looking at myself on the camera. So I'm actually gonna try and pale it up a little bit more. That's a little better. It is not blended now though, so let's try again. Okay, we're nice and pale. This stuff is still a little blotchy, but I think that's just the quality of the makeup, the cheap cream Halloween makeup you get at the grocery store. But don't go out and spend a ton of money to get the good makeup unless it's like you're gonna be doing this a lot or you're really, really invested. I would just keep it cheap and minimal. And once you get the vampire point across, that's all you need. So next we're gonna work on the eyes. For the eyes, I'm gonna be using this revamped palette. This is actually from Claire's several years ago. It was like 10 bucks, but it came with everything you need to get the look. We're just gonna use the eyeshadows and maybe the highlight, but I'm gonna use my own brushes. I don't know if Claire's still sells this, but any eyeshadow along those colors would work. With Vampire, you wanna go with dark colors, with dark reds, dark blues, dark purples, black. I wouldn't go very bright. Okay, so we are gonna start off, we're gonna do purple. I like purple better. And we're gonna go ahead and just get the base. And I'm gonna use, you wanna use the smoky eye look. Or kind of like in here, or you can follow the instructions that came with it. I'm gonna kind of do my own thing. Like I said, that palette's 10 years old, so who knows if that's even still in style, that look. And because our face is a lot wider now, make sure you're getting along that lash line because it's going to stick out. All right, so I got the purple on. Now I'm gonna go in with the black and continue that smoky eye. So I'm just gonna fill in the outside corner right now, both sides. You kind of want to make like a concave shape, almost like a letter C. Okay, black's on. Now, I'm gonna go in and blend it out. Okay, so my purple kind of disappeared, so I'm gonna go in with a lighter purple. I'm gonna try the Color Institute here. I'm just trying to lighten this up a little bit. I'm gonna put the lighter shade on the inside. A little bit lighter. All right, now we're going to contour. So you can use eyeshadow for this, or you can use an actual contour palette. I'm going to use one of my fantasy makeup palettes. This guy's by Wet n Wild. This is also a few years old, so just be careful. I think this one's called Zombie Bride, this palette. But honestly, it looks more vampire than zombie to me. You can get these guys at Walgreens if they still sell them. And I'm gonna take this brown for the contour. I'm gonna go in just above. That actually came out almost purple. It does not look like brown at all. I'm gonna come out just right on the cheekbones for some contour. I'm not gonna dip back in right now because don't want this to be that dark. I'm gonna go on the edges of the nose. And this is just my regular everyday contour that I do. And we'll kind of go up here and make like a triangle. and a little bit up in the hairline. Okay, contour's on. Let's go ahead and blend it out. Okay, blend it out. This is definitely coming out a lot more purple than I had thought the palette was. I would have rather had this been a brown. So I'm gonna try and find like a brown eyeshadow of some sort to go over this. We can keep the purple, that's fine. I'm kind of like a purple themed vampire, and it does add to the dead look, but not exactly the look I was going for, but we're gonna roll with it. You don't need blush with this look. Obviously my contour is going up high enough, but also your vampire's dead. There's no blood in their cheeks, so you won't need any blush. Great, so now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna clean up these eyes, apply my eyeliner and mascara. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and blended everything up a little bit better. Cleaned up those eyes. I ended up not going as high. It just looked strange to me. It's like that in the instructions, but it looked weird. So I fixed that a little bit, made it more of a point. Added my cat eye with some eyeliner. If you want to do fake lashes, you can. I did just smooth this contour out. I need to do a little bit more down here. And I did go in and add a little more white, just to help everything blend a little bit better. So now, more or less, your vampire makeup is done. I'm gonna add a glittery eyeshadow. This is also by Fantasy Makers, Wet n Wild. Okay, so I'm just gonna use their little applicator so I don't get glitter all over mine. I'm just gonna put the glitter in the inside corner outward. Just a little bit. I don't want it too heavy. Perfection. Okay, and we'll go ahead and blend that out a little bit more. This eyeshadow is more of a gel than a powder, so it kind of lays a little bit different. I'm missing something down here. So before I put on my lipstick, I'm going to get my vampire teeth. Okay, so for teeth, you have a few options. You can use your easy plastic little teeth that you'll get at a grocery store. These guys look a little small. I don't know if they're gonna fit me, but in my opinion, it makes your lips look really weird. These are Scarecrow vampire teeth. They're custom made. So what you do is you get them and you put this like kind of like a gel, kind of like when you get a mold done at the dentist. So these guys are a little bit more yellow than my teeth are now, just because I've whitened my teeth since I bought them. And there they go. These guys are meant to stay on better when you're talking. To me, it still looks like you hold your mouth a little weird with your lips, but you do get used to them. You can talk with them. I do not recommend eating with them, but I believe Scarecrow has their own instructions on what you can and can't do with them. They also do like werewolves, and they're a whole bunch. I got these at Hot Topic years ago. These guys have lasted me years. All right, and for the final touch, I'm going to add some lipstick. This is a CoverGirl matte lipstick. Yeah, Ulta matte lipstick, a little bit more purple. This one is called Jam Packed. This is a more dark purple lipstick, like I said, because we're going for a more purple vampire. We're gonna apply that to the lid like normal. Okay, clean it up with a Q-tip or whatever you want to do. I've got this dark color on. In the mirror, I feel like it looks great. Looking at you guys in the camera, I'm like, ooh, is it me from far away? You look better from far away. Things are on. This guy is kind of falling out. That's why I might sound weird. They don't fit like they used to. Like I said, they're years old. I probably need to get a new set. Okay, makeup's done. Go ahead and style your hair however you want it to. I'm just gonna go with my casual hair. You could tease it, you could put it up at a crazy updo, like a fancy vampire. I'm just gonna stick with my normal hair for now, because this is more of a makeup tutorial than a hair. But we're just gonna stick it normal for now. I haven't straightened it or blow dried it or anything. This is just it. Go ahead and get dressed, and we're gonna add the fake blood. So for our outfit, I've chosen a black kind of trench overcoat. That's from Forever 21. It's cotton, it's very lightweight. Some black pants, and I have a red vampire-y kind of sexy shirt. And I have these shoe boots left over from my Mao cosplay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those on. If you're in a warmer area, you definitely don't have to do the coat. Another option is to do a fishnet tight with a skirt. I think that would be super cute. But we're gonna go ahead and throw this on. Well guys, this is it. This is my homemade vampire look. I did decide to go with denim dark jeans instead of the black pants just because I felt like it was a lot. And with these shoes, those pants just didn't work. So I decided to switch those up a little bit. I definitely, moving forward, if I continued this look, I would need to continue the makeup down anywhere that's showing. If I had the trench coat on, it wouldn't be a big deal. But since I took it off because it's hot down here in Florida, I would need to continue the look if I wanted it to be like authentic. Normally I would probably do my hair just to have a little bit more crazy volume, but not a big deal. And again, if you're in a super warm climate with a super warm Halloween, you could always do a skirt with fishnets, or you could do a dress. It really doesn't matter. It's whatever your vampire would wear. This look did come out a little more pale classic vampire than I was anticipating, but you gotta roll with it. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. If you love vampires and you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button down below. And for even more content, join our membership by clicking that button down below. But until then guys, I will see you in my next video. Bye!